Well, welcome back. The fast-growing video platform Rumble continues to expand. The company will go public today under the ticker symbol RUM after a successful SPAC vote with Cantor Fitzgerald Acquisition Corporation. Joining me right now in this exclusive Fox Business interview is Rumble CEO Chris Pavlovski. Chris, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Maria. It's pretty exciting. It's the first day for us, so I'm very, very pumped.
Yeah, we'll be watching you when you ring the opening bell there this morning. What are you expecting to do with the new money that you're raising? Where will that be allocated?
Yeah, so I think we were one of the most successful SPACs for 2022. We raised approximately $400 million. And one of the main things that we're going to be doing with the proceeds is going and really acquiring and bringing a lot of content into the platform. So a lot of different creators. My phone's been ringing off the hook. We have like rappers calling. We have a lot of people calling. We have people from all different areas of content calling us right now. And I'm really excited to start onboarding very, very new people into the platform.
So what are you looking for in terms of content, Chris?
We're looking for, we have a pretty good hold on the politics, so we're really looking to get into music. We're really looking to get into gaming. We really want to diversify into all these different categories of content, because one of the biggest complaints that we're having from our community right now is they're like, hey, I can't find my favorite song on Rumble. I have to go back to YouTube, and they don't want to do that. So we really need to stitch that up and focus on really bringing in a lot of different areas of content. The other thing that we really want to do is start focusing on revenue for 2023. We launched our Rumble ads, and we're really looking forward to really driving a lot of revenue for the creator and helping the creator economy.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned YouTube, your competitor, because one item that you've been able to do is grow and expand without the help of big tech. That's the same situation as Truth Social. Give us a sense of scale and how you will be able to gain scale as you continue to expand after going public and not rely on big tech.
Yeah, so one of the things that happened in August, I think it's a turning point in terms of what's happening on the internet. Things are starting to transcend politics. We had an explosive month. We went from, it was, I think, 35 million monthly active users in June of 2022 to 60 in the United States, and to 63 million monthly active users in US and Canada and United States. And when you compare that to, let's say, Twitter, the last time they reported monthly active users in the United States, it was roughly 68, and they were flat. So I think we've reached that scale. And one of the things that's allowing us to scale is that we've built our own cloud, and we also have customers on our own cloud. We look to launch that cloud in late 2023.
Well, that was my question. What other business and revenue opportunities are you looking at as potential areas for growth?
So, the way we see on the cloud side of the world, we see the same opportunity we see in video happening in the cloud. Think state governments, think universities, religious institutions. We think that on the cloud side, there's an enormous opportunity for us to really enter that market and grab a good foothold. On the ad side, we have this massive audience now, 63 million in US and Canada versus Twitter's 68 million the last time they reported in the US MAUs in 2019. So we have an immense opportunity here to monetize that audience, and that's one of the things I really want to do in 2023 with Rumble ads.
How much of an issue are fake ads, the way we're talking so much about Twitter? They say it's 5%. Elon Musk says it's much more. He's trying to get out of that deal as a result.
Yeah, we're not really seeing that. We're so infant in the ads business right now. So we just launched it about a month ago. So that's something we've really seen at this point. But when it comes to Twitter, we've all heard what's happening there. So it remains to be seen. But I think when it comes to video, you don't really have those type of issues. People have to click on the video player, consume the content, watch ads 5 minutes in. It's a completely different experience. So I don't foresee Rumble running into those type of issues.
Great point, Chris. So stock redemptions hit a record low in 2022, about 1%, meaning Rumble is going to retain nearly all of the funds raised in the IPO. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I think we're the best performing of 2022. We've raised approximately 300 million in the SPAC and approximately 100 million in the PIPE for a total of 400 million. So, I find that quite exciting compared to what you're seeing with the rest of the world when it comes to SPACs. So it really just shows like how important this is to so many people and how much they're really rooting for this business to succeed.
Yeah, are you worried about any stiffer regulations coming out around SPACs, which is, of course, what we're hearing from the Securities and Exchange Commission?
Yeah, now that we're past that, I don't think we have to worry about it anymore. But I'm not sure when it comes to that.
Chris, it's great to have you this morning on such an important and exciting day for you and your employees at Rumble. Congrats. We'll be watching.
Thank you, Maria.
Chris Pavlovski joining us, the CEO of Rumble.